Hi YouTube, welcome back to Wtf Rc Cars. So we got the PA01 from Flysky. We've got it converted to Crossfire or ELRS, and I'm just going to do a quick video now showing you how to convert it back to AFHDS3 should you want to sell it on to somebody, or if you want to, for whatever reason, go back to AFHDS3. And yeah, let's bring in for a close-up look and see how this one goes. So first things first, we're going to need the Open Source Assistant website. I'll leave a link to this in the video description below. It's down there. Click the little arrow. The amount of people that say I can't find the link. Basically, we're going to be clicking on RF firmwares. We're going to be on the AFHDS3. If you get confused about this, please watch my video showing how to install the driver, on how to put the ELRS firmware on. So the video before this, because that'll show you how to put the correct firmware and the correct driver on your PC to get it to connect to the actual transmitter. I will quickly cover it in this one, but it basically shows you what you need to do in that video. So for this, you've got to select the transmitter. It's a PA01. We're going to select the only firmware we've got on here, and then I'm going to do it through EdgeTX pass-through because it's the easiest. So we then click next. So now we need to connect to this transmitter. Please use the Flysky cable for this. So we're going to connect it in. We're going to go all the way down to serial VCP. Once we've got that connected, we're going to go in, we're going to go radio settings, then you want to come all the way across to hardware. You're going to scroll down, and under USB VCP, you're going to make sure CLI is selected. As options, if you're coming from ELRS, or telemetry mirror, Lua, or CLI. So you want CLI selected, then you can back out. Then we're going to click connect. If you don't see the transmitter connected here, or you don't get this option come up, so if I now click connect, it'll go through and you can see it's gone to next step. If you don't get that, click on here and then click on firmware flashing. You need to download the driver from this link before you start any of this process. Just double click it, run it, make sure you fill it in. You will get to a point where it asks for an email address and a business name. You can put anything you like in there. And then when you get to the point where it says, are you connected to internet, just press no and just let it install. I have done a step-by-step guide on the previous video, so I can't reinstall the driver now. But once you've got all that in place, it'll come up and it'll say next step. So we can click this. It's telling you what it's going to flash. So we can click start flashing, and as always, I'm not going to cut away from this because I know a lot of people find it useful, especially how, like at the beginning, it doesn't move. Sorry about the flickering screen on the PA01, it just doesn't like my refresh rate of my camera. Not a lot I can do about that because I can't change it on the camera, else it makes all the lights in the room and the screen on the computer flash. So it's just the refresh rate's out of step. But yeah, I know a lot of people like seeing this without any cuts or edits, so they know exactly how long it's going to take to do their transmitter. So it does come through. It does take you to an operating guide, so it'll tell you what to do. It tells you to go to hardware, change it back to AFHDS3, and then go to the model modes, and you need to turn that back to AFHDS3 to allow it to work. So what I would do is power cycle the transmitter.
Welcome to EdgeTX.
So first off, we need to go radio settings. Then we need to come across to hardware. We're going to have to scroll down. We're going to have to tell it it's AFHDS3. So everything else should be fine. Then we should be able to back out, go back in, go to your model settings, then come down to internal RF, turn it on, and then choose whatever settings you want for your relevant receiver. So we've got the classic for the older ones, LoRa 12, fast 8 channel, routine 18, CFast 10 channel, but yeah, you can choose whichever you want and then choose the FCC or CE power output. You got your module options, so you can choose your servo speed and everything. But yeah, that's it. You're back to running AFHDS3 on your PA01. Nice and easy. If you do get stuck, it has got a very good guide that you can click on to go through these. But as I say, I'll put the URL in the video description below. Just make sure you are using the original Flysky cable, and try and make sure that your driver is thoroughly installed first before you start trying to connect, else you're just going to get it where it won't go to the next option to let you install the actual firmware, and you'll be getting all frustrated and commenting on this video saying it don't work, and it's literally just your driver needs installing. But yeah, quite painless, quite easy to do, and yeah, hats off to Flysky and the EdgeTX team. Seem to be working really well together. But let's wrap this one up. So there you have it, the PA01 on AFHDS3 now. Yeah, quite painless, quite easy to do, quite quick as well. As I said on the first video, I'd love to see a way to do it internally from the transmitter and just flick between them. But yeah, I think most people will use either or. They're not going to be using both. But yeah, really nice that Flysky's given us the option to update or swap between ELRS and AFHDS3. But yeah, thanks for watching Wtf Rc Cars. Hopefully you find that useful, entertaining, bit of both, just like listening to my incessant ramblings, or just like learning a bit more about these new transmitters, EdgeTX, ELRS, Flysky. But thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and see you guys again in the next one.